Welcome back, viewers. We have one more question to Mohammed Hussain, Simple and Smart Insurance, and the question is, what can you advise our viewers in terms of insurance?
The simple and best thing I can really advise any person out there that's either looking to do a business or who has an existing business is also ultimately, in regards to the insurance, is look at what you've got in place. Don't always look at the price, because sometimes paying that bit more can benefit your business in more ways than one. Also, there's no embarrassment in asking questions if you don't understand something. No one's going to say to you, why are you asking that question for? If they do say that to you, then definitely the right broker or the right insurer. We're out there anyway to help people. Our lines are open for anybody to help. Whether you're a customer or not a customer, just pick up the phone. We'll help you, no problem. But ultimately is, don't just pay. Read your documents, read the clauses. They're there for a reason. And guys, the insurance companies are out there to help you guys. They're not there just to take your money.
Okay.
They ultimately want to pay out for claims if you deserve to be paid out for the claims. Meaning, adhere to the extensions and the clauses, and you will be paid out.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Mohammed Hussain.
Thank you.
And by all means, obviously, we're going to continue with Kauthar. Kauthar, you're a cost reduction specialist.
Yeah, that's correct.
And you work in Simple and Smart.
Yes, Simple and
Is
Smart
that another aspect of their business there?
Yeah, it's a group of business. But just before I carry on, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And I'd just like to say on behalf of Simple and Smart, I know it's gone a bit off topic. What happened over the weekend, we condone the attacks that happened in France. And we ask all the Muslims out there to pray for the people that have passed away and for their families, and we condone all of the attacks that are going on across the world.
Thank you. Yes, that's a very important point there, actually. Yeah. How important is cost saving in a business?
I'd say it's very, very important. I feel it's an integral part of any business. People go into businesses all excited, all enthusiastic, and they think about just making money, right? And they don't think about, how they're going to make the money. And cost saving is part of it. When I say they think about making money, they just think about sales, pushing sales through, get as many businesses as they can, customers, etc., and just getting money. I'll use a restaurant example because since we've been talking about restaurants, when setting up a restaurant or any business, you need to work out beforehand, right? What's it going to cost? What are your essential costs? And you should have a budget for it. Example, you've got 4 types of main costs that's going to apply to most businesses. Your energy, which is your gas and your electric, and your utilities such as water. You've got merchant services if you're going to use a PDQ machine, which is the way forward now. So you need to take that into account. And insurance, which is very, very important as well, as Mohammed Hussain mentioned before. And then you also have your merchant services, electric, energy, and you also need to take into account your wages. They're very, very important. So once you've got all that worked out, or as a rough spend, you can then work out what you're planning on to take in terms of business. So let's say if I want to take £5,000, for example, a week, right? I need to work out beforehand what my expense is going to be on a £5,000 a week business. And in order to do that, you need to do a bit of research. Look around, go through other businesses.
Surely everyone does that, right?
You'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised. People, because again, the excitement takes over, you see. When the excitement takes over, all they're thinking about is making money. Yes, I'm owning the business. Because owning the business is quite a flagship amongst anyone, really. It's something to be proud of. But you have to, there's certain steps to do it, especially in the restaurant trade. Restaurants, 1 in 3 restaurants fail. It's one of the most predominantly businesses that fail. Yeah, 1 in 3 restaurants fail. And there's certain steps that you need to take to make sure that they don't fail. Yes, you have the branding and marketing, etc., but the cost savings is very, very big. Because cost is not only money in your pocket.
What other ways a business can reduce their cost?
Oh, there are a number of ways. As I mentioned before, the 4 ways, the four main things. You've got your wages, you've got your energy, and you've got your telecommunications and your merchant services and insurance. So what you would do in terms of insurance, for myself, I would use a broker, whether it be Simple and Smart, whether it be whoever's out there. And I'd use a broker, see what terms that they can get me, because I know that they can get schemes which is not available to the normal public, right? So they can maybe help you that way. And I'd use an energy broker. What we do for our customers is we not only do we supply our own energy, we've got hands in the wholesale market. We scour the market for them if we can provide them a better rate than what they've got at the minute, right? Or what they would get just by picking up the phone to
How much
a
is an average
supplier.
saving if someone?
Well, we've saved customers from, it could be from £500 a month, yeah, which is quite a big saving across the year. This is on larger corporations, or it could be just £2,000 a year. But again, that £2,000 is in your pocket, or you could put that £2,000 to marketing aspects. And when you market
aspects
any
of the
business, you're creating exposure, and overall, what you hope to gain from that is more business. Yeah.
Could I just add on to that?
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Just jumping on the fact of, with same going to the insurance, right? There's obviously companies out there that we recognise. For the insurance, for example, say the Allianz, the Avivas, the Axis. With the energy, obviously, you've got the certain ones that are very common, like EDF, Npower,
The big six.
British
yeah,
Gas,
basically,
for example, yeah.
Of course.
Would it benefit me as a business person to be with the big six more than to go with, say, for example, they say that the smaller companies that are very, not so strong or not so prominent in the market? What I'm trying to say is basically is, if I was to sign up with a company that isn't the big six, from taking to energy into consideration, what are the implications? I mean, what would be the disadvantage of that?
But not necessarily. There is really not any disadvantages, really, if you think about it. Every business, British Gas, EDF, or whoever the big six are, they all started off small at one stage,
course they
right?
did, yeah.
And in order to grow big, they need to provide excellent customer service, cheap rates,
To be honest,
right?
I've never heard of an energy company stopped supplying because they've changed. They've always been bought out.
Yes.
Maybe, but they don't just like shut off.
I'm talking from a service point of view as well.
Yes, well, that's what will happen. When you're a smaller company, you might even get better service, and you might even get cheaper prices, because they may be getting at an X amount, and they're only making their margins so small that all they want to do is create exposure, become big and big and big and big, and become like the big six. Yeah, and also that's going to take a long time to do it, but that's what they're trying to do, you see. So not necessarily, there's no real disadvantage. There may be some. There are a few companies out there who are quite stringent on leaving a contract or looking to switch suppliers, etc. But we can advise on that. That's what I do as well. I advise which companies you should not necessarily stay clear, stay away from, but just look into it a bit more before you make the decision.
We've just got a caller in. Hello? We've got a caller in. I think that's cut off again. Sorry to disturb you.
No,
There's
it's no
something
problem.
wrong with the technical telephone line for some reason. No, I understand that. I think the biggest problem with energy companies being big or small isn't the biggest problem out there in the market, is it?
No, definitely not. What people find out in that is when they're looking to cost save and let's say they found somewhere else which is a lot cheaper, right? They could be saving a couple of pence on a unit, which ultimately is a few £1,000s across or over the year. And what they're trying to do is when they try to leave that supplier, they find that they can't leave the supplier because that supplier wants to keep hold of their custom. So in this sort of industry, 9/10 of the law is possession, right? So they ultimately hold your line. They ultimately supply you. So they ultimately have the winning hand, you see, your current supplier. So when you go to choose a different supplier, there are certain measures that you have to fulfill, especially if you go to a broker, etc. There needs to be, all your details need to be given accurately, which meters that need to be done. And you've got to make sure that you have exceeded your contract, but still within your notice period. And that notice period is your renewal date, you see. Right, you have a renewal date, for example, let's say Npower, for example, they use 90 days, right, yeah? So 90 days before the expiry of your contract. So you have to notify them within that 90 days that you're looking to leave. And then only then will they release you. If that 90 days expires, then you become into a fluctuate contract, or they might even do your automatic renewal.
Okay, then
And then you're back into a contract, and you can't. So those are some of the problems that you may face in switching suppliers. And big and small companies, amongst big and small companies. Other than that, I wouldn't say there are any big, differences between them both.
So, for example, if someone saved £500 on their insurance premium, £2,000 example you showed on their energy, maybe another £1,000 on their electric. Energy is two parties, so they've got gas and electric. So that's nearly like £3,500.
Yeah, £3,500. And then you've got to take into account if they shop around for telecoms, telecommunications. That's what we do for customers. We provide our own lines as well, and merchant services. My advice would be to shop around, right, and see what you can get from different certain suppliers. look at the rates, what you're currently getting now, look what X supplier is supplying, look what Z supplier is supplying, and what rates are they going to give you, and then you compare, and then you have a look at it. At the end of the year, do you know what? I could save £6,000 here, and you can either look at two ways. With that £5,000-6,000, you either put it in your pocket, but what I would do, which I feel is very, very good,
So you
is use it
advise
to
your
marketing.
clients,
Yeah, I would advise my clients to put it towards marketing. And when I say marketing, is creating exposure for your business, whether that might be leaflets, branding, website, you know, posters, or, you know, branding their car, whatever, you know, you could do it. And again, some people might say, well, you know, that's costing me money. I'm not looking to cost money. I'm not looking to spend money. But what I'd say to those my clients is, well, hold on a second, you'll be spending that money anyway. So in effect, you're saving money, but you're actually utilising that money in a much better way to your advantage, rather than just having to pay for something which you need to, which is a necessity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're effectively doing what the large corporation companies would do, keeping a purchaser or a cost analyst on the side. That's what you're doing. You're providing.
Yeah,
Is that
that's
a service
correct.
you charge for?
No, to be that is completely free. That is completely free.
Okay.
I mean, all the customers have to do, you know, if they just want some advice, they don't have to become a client of mine. What we do is completely free. The way we work is we do not charge our customers. We charge our suppliers, the suppliers
Okay.
who are going to be supplying our potential customers. We charge them.
Okay. So we don't have long now. We're going to be finishing very soon. Do you have any advice for our customers?
Yes, definitely. I've got a few points which I'd tell all the viewers to do if they're looking to go into business. Is before you go into business, barter. What I mean by barter is shop around. You know, when you go to a supplier, don't be scared to negotiate prices with them. We're all shy in this day and age to talk about money. When it comes to business, you need to talk about money. That's how you get far in life, to be honest. You know, if you can save yourself a penny today is a pound tomorrow. Yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to shop around, and you know, I would say you need to use brokerage, you know, use industry recognized firms such as, you know, like ourselves, Simple Smart Group of Businesses, or there are other brokers out there that can actually go around and, you know, search the market for you. So leave that headache away and give you advice on where you can save money.
Okay, we're going to cut it short now. I'm sorry, Khaled, that was
That's
really
no problem.
interesting actually, and I think we could do with some more information.
No problem.
Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you for
both
allowing us.
gentlemen. Thank you. Viewers, we have come to the end of the show today. I would like to thank everybody for watching the show. Well, viewers, I hope you enjoyed the show, and hopefully today's show has taught you a few things about why ensuring your business is essential and taking appropriate advice is also crucial. I hope, like me, you also have had a good insight, well, a brief insight on how you can further save your costs within the businesses. Remember, you can still email us with any further questions in regards to insurance or any other future programs or past programs, and we will email back and answer your questions. Viewers, I'd like to remind you, please, if you do know anybody who's a successful entrepreneur and would like him to appear on our show, him or her, to appear on our show, please do get in touch with us, and please do email us on businesstoday@ntveurope.net. That's businesstoday@ntveurope.net. And don't forget to visit our website, which is businesstodayshow.co.uk. Viewers, like always, I'd like to give you a small reminder. It is important for you to understand that by insuring your business, you are not just protecting your business, but in fact, you are actually protecting your dreams. And here's a very famous quote by Warren Buffett. Do not save, basically it's on saving, sorry. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. I'll recap that. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Well, viewers, that's it from me today. Please do remember to tune in on the Sunday, the 29th of November at 5 p.m. Viewers, I'd like to say a special thank you to G10 Design Imprint for their support and sponsorship of this program. And for now, I'd like to say to you, do visit our Facebook, tweet us, please do keep in touch. And for now, tomorrow's business is business today. Thank you.